Hi, this is Bob Pryor. I'm going to take you through the midterm practice exam for Online Math 52. Just want to point out a few things before we get started. First of all, on the midterm exam, you must show all your work to get full credit. All right, here's the first problem, number 7. First thing I'm going to do is change the double negative, minus a negative 12, into a positive. So negative 3 plus 12 is 9. Here's number 8. We have to add fractions. The LCD is required, and it's 12. By the way, if you hear clicking sounds as I write, it's because I'm writing on a tablet PC, and I'm writing directly on the screen with a special pen. And every now and then you can hear the clicks as I touch the screen with the pen. Anyway, this is equal to negative 1/3. With the negative 1/3, I'm going to multiply it by 4/4 to build it up to 12ths. And then we add the 5/12 that's already there. So this is negative 4/12 plus 5/12. And combining the numerators, that's 1/12, positive 1/12. For number 10, here we have two fractions multiplied, and I see a negative, actually twice, I see two negatives, and with division and multiplication, which is all that we have here, two negatives equal a positive. So I'm not going to mess with the signs. I'm just going to put a plus sign here to indicate that it's positive and continue on. We got 4/3 times 15/8. I'm going to do some dividing out. 4 goes into 4 once and into 8 twice. And 3 goes into 3 once and into 15 5 times. So it looks like we have 5 halves. In number 11, this time we have 3 negatives. And again, multiplication, division, 3 negatives. The result is going to also be negative. So this is negative 4/3. And dividing fractions means we invert and multiply. So I'm going to multiply this by 6/8. And here we can do some dividing out again. 4 into 4 goes once and into 8 twice. 3 into 3 once and into 6 twice. So here we have negative 2/2, which simplifies to negative 1. Number 15. This is 10 to the first power is 10. Negative 1 to the fourth power is 1. This is 11. Negative 2 quantity cubed is negative 8 plus 3 squared is 9, and negative 8 plus 9 is 1. Number 17 is a little bit unusual in that the negative signs that we see here are not within parentheses. So the squaring applies only to the 4, not the negative. And the squaring of 3, same thing, applies only to the 3 and not the negative, because there are no parentheses to include the negative in the squaring. So it's not. It's negative 16 minus 9. And this is negative 25. In number 18, we can take the square roots directly. Square root of 25 is 5, minus square root of 9 is 3, and that's 2. In number 20, we have to use the order of operations. We have a division bar. We can do the denominator separate from the numerator. The denominator is negative 2 squared, which is 4. And I just want to point out that here the negative is included with the squaring, and that's why it's a positive 4. Different from what we saw in a previous exercise. In the numerator, I see multiplication. So I'm going to multiply first. That's 4 minus 2 times negative 12 is negative 24. I'll put that in parentheses to separate those minus signs. And now the numerator becomes 4 plus 24, all divided by 4. 28 divided by 4 is 7. Number 21. First thing we must do is work inside the first absolute value bars. 2 minus 8 is negative 6 minus absolute value of negative 9. Now I'm going to apply the absolute value to each of these. Absolute value of negative 6 is positive 6 minus is unaffected by this. Absolute value of negative 9 is 9. And now we're simply left with 6 minus 9, which is negative 3. Number 33, more order of operations. When we have multiplication and division together like this, we work from left to right because they have the same rank. So I'm going to divide first and get negative 4. That's negative 24 divided by 6 is negative 4. Times the 2 that's still there and minus 4. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 minus 4. And end result, negative 12. Number 34, a fraction. The denominator is negative 8. Negative 2 cubed is negative 8. I want to point out that, again, the square is only around the 3 this time, not around the minus sign. So as we work this, we've got a negative 7 minus 9. And now this is negative 16 in the numerator over negative 8, and that's equal to 2, positive 2. In number 23, we're asked to evaluate an expression w minus 10 over negative 3k. And of course, what's implied in the denominator is it's negative 3 times k. And we're supposed to put 2 in for w and negative 1 in for k, so let's see what this becomes. This is now 2 minus 10 over negative 3 times negative 1. That's the value of k. And I'll put that in parentheses. Let's see, 2 minus 10 is negative 8, and negative 3 times negative 1 is 3, and this does not simplify, so this is complete as negative 8 thirds. In number 32, we have a formula. So this is the interest earned formula, I equals PRT. And we're going to put values in and solve for the value I. P is 800 times, the rate is 0.12. I'm going to write that as 12 hundredths. That's what it is in fractional form. T is 3/4, so I'm going to multiply by 3/4 here. And I'm also going to do some dividing out, which this is pretty nice because when we divide by 100 into 800, we get just 8. And 4 into 4 goes once, but into 12 goes 3 times. So what we're looking at here is 8 times 3 times the other 3, and that is a total of 72. I equals 72. Probably the simplest way to multiply this, by the way, is to actually multiply 3 times 3 first to get 9. 9 times 8, 72. Number 25 says simplify each by combining like terms. Well, they're both b cubed terms. That's a negative 3b cubed. 26, negative 2h plus 9h, that's the double negative again, and that's equal to 7h.